I sat down one day and there was a business owner. And I realized every single day that he went to business, he was there from 5 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night. 14-hour days. And he came in on Saturday. And I went in one day and I was a salesman and I said, hey, I want to land your business. And he said, yeah. A lot of salespeople come by. They'll leave me a card, whatever. And I said, look, I know you're busy. When's the best time to see you? He goes, I don't have time. I got too much going on. And I was driving by his office one night, 5:30, and I saw his vehicle was the only one in the parking lot. And I pulled in, and I walked over, and I opened the door, and I walked in, and I said, hey. And he goes, what are you doing here working so late? I said, I'm just like you. He goes, what do you mean? I said, I got a family to feed. I said, you show up every day. You are more married to your company than you are to your own family at times because of how bad you want to provide for your family and provide to all the families that are part of your company. He goes, that's right. I said, so I realize you don't trust me because I haven't proven to you that I'm worthy with something that feeds all these families. I said, I wouldn't trust me either because you don't know me. I said, I like seeing your truck here tonight. I like knowing that you work as hard as I work. And I walked out and I got in my truck and I left. 2 days later, he called me and he says, we need to have a talk. Nobody wanted that account. And it turned out to be one of my absolute best accounts because that guy was not a very nice guy. He defended his company, defended his people to his dying day. And I say that because too many people, I think, are frivolous with trust. I think that they don't realize that every one of us gets hurt. Every one of us has gotten burned, has put our everything. Right now, there's people in the rental industry that said, look, this company, we'll just say it, H&E, because it's something that's hot, but name the company. I was loyal to them for 10 years. This was my forever home. And now my trust is broken. Don Ahern, love the guy. He would tell every single person, I will never sell this business. And if I did sell it, it would never be to United Rentals. And then we all got the notification and we felt our trust was broken. And I realized, here's the thing, I can't change the world. You can't change the world. But if you don't screw people over on their trust, be honest with them. If you can't do it, don't do it. If it's not going to happen, just be honest. And if you're building trust with people, it's one of the most valuable currencies right now because everybody has had their trust compromised. And in sales, I realize there's times I go out, one of my best sales transactions ever. The guy called me up. He said, do you have the equipment? I said, no. I said, but I'll tell you right now, you can trust me that I'll find it. He goes, well, no, I'll find it. I said, your time is too valuable. I said, I will call all of my competitors and I will find you the piece of equipment. Who are your top companies that you work with besides me? He goes, Elliot, you're number one, but I do a little bit of work with this company and that company. I called the other two. I found him the equipment. And it killed me to send the PO to my competitor. The good thing that came about from that is, he literally said, is that the format you send all your POs? I said, yep. He filled them all in and sent them to me for years going forward. And it sped up my process. But I realized my customers all trusted me. Seeing a customer that I had not sold to for 6 years, to this day, he says, Elliot, you're the man. You know, I trust you. And I know his family. I know his daughter. I know his daughter's medical history. I know everything. And I haven't talked to him in 5 years. That was the type of relationships and trust I built. And I'll tell you right now, price was rarely a factor.